Honorable members, Mr. Speaker. Ewe Mwenyezi Mungu ambaye kwa hekima na wema wako umeteua nyadhifa za viongozi na mabunge kwa ustawi wa jamii na utawala wa haki wa wanadamu, twakusihi ututazame kwa neema nyingi sisi watumishi wako ambao umeridhika kutuita ili tutekeleze shughuli muhimu za jamhuri yetu. Twakuomba ututeremshie baraka zako sisi tuliokutanika hapa, na utujalie tuyatende na kufikiria mambo yote yatakayofikishwa mbele yetu kwa njia ya haki na uaminifu, ili utukufu na sifa zako ziendelezwe, na ili kustawisha amani, ufanisi na heri ya nchi hii yetu na wale ambao haja zao umezikabidhi mikononi mwetu. Amen.
Order number 1, administration of oath.
Next order.
Order number 2, communication from the chair.
Next order.
Order number 3, messages.
Next order.
Order number 4, petitions.
Next order.
Order number 5, papers.
Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
Next order.
Order number 8, motions stroke bills. Motion on strengthening of the Isiolo County Government firefighting equipment by Honorable Major Iba Koalisha.
Honorable Major.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I stand to move motion on behalf of Honorable Major, who has requested me to move this motion on behalf of him. The motion on the strengthening of Isiolo County Government fighting equipment. That aware that fire is one of the most destructive menace disasters of all time. Destructive man-made disasters of all time. Further aware that different forms of fire outbreak occur in different magnitude, some causing severe accident, loss of properties, including valuable resources in various parts of the county, depending on firefighting squad response. Acknowledging that the Isiolo County government has procured a firefighting vehicle with a firefighting equipment. Worried that the standard of county firefighting equipment is demanding due to irregular maintenance and testing of safety equipment components such as fire extinguishers, alarm, and hydrants. Further worried that the equipment is not subjected to periodical professional inspection due to lack of comprehensive staff training who can be tasked with certification of equipment to ensure that the required standards are met. This House therefore resolved that the county executive to strengthen the county firefighting equipment by 1. Training firefighting staff to acquire knowledge on hazard pre-identification, firefighting equipment certification to always ascertain the required standard and carry out periodical professional inspection. 2. Procure at least one firefighting vehicle with the modern equipment in each of sub-county and more than one in Isiolo sub-county. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now propose the motion strengthening of Isiolo County government firefighting equipment. That aware that fire is one of the most destructive man-made disasters of all time. Further aware that different forms of fire outbreaks occur in different magnitudes, some causing severe accidents, loss of property including valuable resources in the various parts of the county depending on the firefighting squad response. Acknowledging that the Isiolo County government has procured a firefighting vehicle with firefighting equipment, worried that the standard of the county firefighting equipment is demanding due to irregular maintenance and testing of the safety equipment components such as fire extinguishers. This House therefore resolves that the county executive to strengthen the county firefighting equipment by A. Training firefighting staff to acquire knowledge on hazard pre-identification, firefighting equipment certification to always ascertain the required standards and carry out periodical professional inspection. B. Procure at least one firefighting vehicle with modern equipment in each sub-county and more than one in the Isiolo sub-county. The floor is now open for debate.
Okay, Mr. Speaker. I think recently we had a family that lost almost 5 people because of fire, Mr. Speaker. And I think it's a very important document that people need to give a lot of consideration in terms of equipping the department and making sure that the personnel are being trained and not even training, Mr. Speaker, but highly trained on the same issue, so that Mr. Speaker they will be in a position of handling such kind of a disaster when it comes. But Mr. Speaker, as much as maybe we support the motion, mostly we start out as the Assembly, Mr. Speaker. It is the level at which these people are being handled, mostly the firefighters, Mr. Speaker. Because most of them, Mr. Speaker, even they go more than a year without even a penny, without even being paid. And Mr. Speaker, they have a volunteer, they have a family, they have students in different institutions, Mr. Speaker, which they need to care. But Mr. Speaker, unfortunately, these people, they are not treated as required. So, Mr. Speaker, as much as maybe we are looking for bettering their services to our people, we need also, Mr. Speaker, to work on how we can compensate these people adequately, so that when they are working for our people, Mr. Speaker, they also get their dues at maybe time, and also at the same time, Mr. Speaker, they are in a position of managing their issues, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I don't know whether the county itself know the kind of the risk that these people undergo. Because Mr. Speaker, at some point also, you find these people, as much as maybe they are going to contain the station, they find themselves being the victim. And even some of them, they are banned in that rescue measures, Mr. Speaker. So I think the county needs to be very serious on this issue to make sure these people get their money on time, and at the same time also, Mr. Speaker, they need to be trained adequately so that they will be in a position of handling this disaster. Also, Mr. Speaker, there is need for us also to add another firefighter, because Mr. Speaker, the county is growing large. Day by day, we are advancing. Day by day, we are creating different towns. And so, Mr. Speaker, having one firefighter across the county, Mr. Speaker. It is not something to be just looked upon. It is something that we need to think about, so that, Mr. Speaker, we can have even two firefighters around, so that in case of any disaster happening at the same time, Mr. Speaker, we can have the two firefighters helping our people from maybe what is happening to them. So I thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me the opportunity. I vote to support the motion. A motion on strengthening of Isiolo County government firefighting equipment. Fire is a disaster. Can be a natural, can be caused by an assault, can be accidental, can happen to the institution of or even domestic, and even as in my county, in my ward, there was a big fierce fire, wildfire, that claimed almost 80% of the rangeland. So the fire tragedy is always with us, and it's good that at least we have staff, and even one vehicle. It's not good enough not to maintain the vehicle and also not to train the staff, because with the good capacity, the response to the fire outbreak can save life, can save property, and can be a good reputation to the country. So I just some months ago, last year, in my ward, we had a wildfire that went for almost 3 weeks continuous, and there was no response from the county level. Totally no response, and we knew that at least we have a vehicle and the staff who are trained to handle the fire tragedy. Maybe it is lack of motivation of the staff, as already said by colleagues. Some of these staffs have been recruited in the first revolution, 2013, and of recent, some of them have met us and shared with us that the status that they were recruited in, up to now, they are in the same at the same grade. There is nothing to divine their promotion. So it is good also to the sector concerned to bring to our attention, so that we the executive at the sector level and at the executive level, at the assembly level, we are going to deal with the legislation that guide the firefighting staff recruitment and the promotion and all that entails. So for me, I support that they are given enough gear, protection gear, because fire, as a firefighter, you are the first victim to be affected, directly or indirectly. So to have the gear to protect self, because in any emergency, first to consider is your safety. So if the vehicle is in bad condition, the staff have no the proper equipments that protect them from fire, no fuel. The vehicles from first revolution in 2013 up to now, we have only one vehicle. So it's good that all those need to be followed up, as being already slotted, so that we follow up and see that the training is done and the equipments are required, and also the efficiency
is being measured, that the timely response to the fire tragedy. Thank you.
Sasa na Mheshimiwa Spika, nimeamka kuunga hii ajenda mkono kwa sababu ni ajenda mzuri sana ambaye ni mzuri sana kwa mwananchi ama kwa Isiolo County. Ni muhimu secretary waamuke, kwa sababu tukiwa na simamoto moja katika Isiolo Headquarters, accident ikitokea Karibatula, ikitokea Marit na ni kilomita karibu 200, hii gari iwezi kufika. Ni muhimu kwa maoni yangu, kwa sababu pesa iko na serikali inapeana pesa ya mwananchi, ya kusaidia mwananchi. Ni muhimu tuwe hata kila ward iwe na simamoto, kwa sababu tukirudi nyuma hapa kuna manyumba imesomeka mla pesa na wavera upande ya Gambikari na iko weza kusaidika kabla hiyo gari ifike. Gari sijui imeharibika, sijui haina mafuta, sijui kama bajeti yake inawekwa namna gani. Hao secretary wanalala sana na hawajui ile kazi wanafanya kwa maofisi yao, kwa sababu hata sehemu zingine wakati hiyo simamoto tuko na hii moja hii ikikimbia kwenda kuzima hiyo moto mahali nyumba imeshomeka, area zingine ina barabara. Ukiangalia hiyo barabara itazuia nyumba ikiwa pale na simamoto iko hapa inashindwa kufika pale sababu hakuna barabara. Kwa hivyo ni muhimu hata mabarabara itengenezwe mzuri kila mahali, na raia hata wakiambiwa wachonga songe barabara itengenezwe wakubali, kwa sababu barabara ni maendeleo, ni pati ya maendeleo yao. Kwa hivyo ni muhimu esakate wachukumwe waongeze hii simamoto ili iweze kusaidia mwananchi, na pia barabara itengenezwe sote, itengenezwe mzuri ili barabara iwe sawa. Accident ikitokea gari inapata nafasi ya kwenda kukimbia kusima moto. Nafikiri yangu ni hayo, asante.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kunipa nafasi hii kuweza kuchangia kwa hii motion ya firefighting equipment. Mheshimiwa Spika, mara mingi tumekuwa na hii debate ya kuongelea mambo ya firefighting. Na wakati hapa tumedebate tena ya kwamba firefighting yetu, zimamoto yetu ilikuwa katika hali mbovu. Na tukaongelea tukasema katika ile bajeti ilikuwa ya 2024-2025 kuwe na iweko bajeti ya kununua simamoto. Tunge propose kwa kila sub county ya Karibatule kuwe na zimamoto, Cherab kuwe na zimamoto. Hapa Isiolo Central tunge propose tuwe na simamoto 2. Ndiposa Mheshimiwa Speaker, tumeongelea kwa vikali bajeti ambayo ilienda kupitishwa na watu wawili. Maana sisi kuhitaji bajeti kupitia Assembly ni kuangalia sehemu muhimu, na katika hiyo sehemu muhimu tunaweka hii ni kitu ambayo ilikuwa tumepatia kikao nafasi ya kwanza, na kwamba simamoto ni muhimu. Maisha ya watu kupotea kama ile watu walikufa watu 5, kama tungekuwa na simamoto ambayo ilikuwa tayari ingesaidia mahali, tungeokoa mahali. Isiolo inahitaji simamoto. Kama mwaka jana ile moto ilikuwa Isiolo ambayo ilichoma mpaka Sericho, ikachoma mpaka Park. Kama Park inahitaji simamoto. Kwa hivyo tunahitaji simamoto sana. Tunahitaji sana. Kwa hivyo si ni kitu ya kuweka msaa. Hii ni maisha. Na tumeona tukipoteza maisha ya watu wengi sana kupitia kukosa simamoto. Ni serikali ya kwanza ya 2013 ndio ilinunua. Sasa kumekuwa na ile serikali iliyopita, hii ni ya 3, devolution ya 3, ugatuzi ya 3 ambayo tunahitaji kwa hii bajeti. Sasa hii serikali imetupatia bajeti, imetuongezea bajeti, imefika bilioni 7. Hiyo bajeti tungeitoa kama waheshimiwa sehemu ya kuweza kuongeza kununua zimamoto, kwa sababu ni muhimu sana. Kwa hivyo mimi naunga hii mjadala ya kuweza kuongeza gari ya zimamoto, naunga mkono, na hiyo nafasi tukipata, kwa sababu ndio tunaomba hiyo bajeti tupiliwe mbali ambayo ilipitishwa na wakora wawili, hiyo bajeti iweze kurejelea kwa Assembly, tuweze kuweka hiyo sehemu ya zimamoto ya kununua zimamoto. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Honorable members. Mheshimiwa Deva.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipatia nafasi. Mimi pia nimealikwa kuunga hii mjadala mkono. Mheshimiwa Spika, mambo ya zimamoto ni vizuri yaongezwe vile waheshimiwa wengine wamesema. Mheshimiwa Spika, hata kuongeza zimamoto ni nzuri, lakini pia ni kuangalia wale staff wetu ambao wanafanya na zimamoto. Mheshimiwa Spika, mshahara hawapati kwa wakati. Mheshimiwa Spika, hawapati motisha, hawana risk allowance, wanatoka hapa mbio kwa wengine wanachomeka. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa sababu hata hawana zile nguo za kujizuia hata kuchomeka. Mheshimiwa Spika, na pia tena hawana training. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, ni vizuri wapeleke training, wapate hiyo ujuzi ya kuzima moto, na at the same time nasikia zima moto yenye tuko nayo hata maji yenye inabeba ni kidogo. Mheshimiwa Spika, tununue zima moto ambayo ni kubwa, ambayo itakuwa na capacity ya kubeba maji kwa nyingi, ndio iweze kusaidia watu wetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, kama juzi bila pesa kuna dada yetu amekufa akiwa na watoto wake 5. Mheshimiwa Spika, ndio ni kitu Mwenyezi Mungu ameandika, lakini sisi pia tunafaa kujikaza tuweze kusaidia watu wetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, kambi Garba kila wakati nyumba inachomeka. Mheshimiwa Spika, hawa vijana wetu hata wakikimbia na gari, mara gari haina mafuta, mara gari haina insurance, mara sijui ni nini. Mheshimiwa Spika, hawa executive wamelala kwa kazi. Mheshimiwa Spika, hii nyumba tunaongea kila wakati mambo ya executive. Mheshimiwa, tukisema kazi ifanyike vizuri. Mheshimiwa Spika, ndio hii moto kila mahali. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa hivyo ni vizuri tuongeze hiyo budget, irudi tuweze kuweka mambo ya zimamoto kwa hiyo budget, na tuhakikisha watu wanapata motisha. Mheshimiwa Spika, wanapata allowances, wanapata, yani Mheshimiwa Spika, mtu asikimbie kuzima moto akiwa na njaa, wakiwa watoto wake wamefukuzwa shule. Mheshimiwa Spika, walikuwa wanakaa hapa kwa ofisi yetu. Mheshimiwa Spika, wanaweka hapa gari. Hao vijana tu ukiwaangalia unaona tu kama wako na shida. Mheshimiwa Spika, ni vizuri wapatie haki yao. Kwa miaka 2 labda hata walipe mshahara. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, ni vizuri pia tuangalie wale ambao wanafanya na hiyo zima moto, waangaliwe vizuri, bajeti yao iwekwe vizuri na wawekwe vizuri, ndio waweze kutufanyia kazi vizuri. Mheshimiwa Spika, asante. Nashukuru.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. First of all, I want to thank the contributors to this motion. It is well debated. I thank them. Mr. Speaker, before I conclude and I sit down, I want to put across that the equipping of the firefighting in this county government is very important, Mr. Speaker, as earlier said. Mr. Speaker, first I want to give the message of condolences to the family who have succumbed, who have lost their life, the lives of 5 people, mothers and had 4 children, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, what the honorable members have said, I urge the executive to make the implementation of it. Because, Mr. Speaker, this is not the first motion which we have moved, but we really expected the implementation of what we are discussing in this house to be implemented by executive. But the way things are moving, Mr. Speaker, we are moving another direction, whereby the department which concerned with this kind of implementation, if they are not taking this matter seriously, then we are giving them the red line that even them they will face the consequences of the impeachment, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, issue of fire, the precaution, the prevention, it is good for our lives and livelihood. The issue of bushfire, it has been put across. losing life, Mr. Speaker, in municipalities and even the wards or the sub-counties, which is in Isiolo County, the issue of fire has become rampant. Every one of us knows, and nothing is done. We need urgent addition of these firefighters and repairing and even equipping of the existing, because that firefighter, it is being put in our assembly premises. But God forbid, in case of fire breakout even in the assembly, I think nothing can be done for us because it is not functioning. And this is what we have been talking all through. If these issues, which are important, saving lives, saving livelihood, it is not given consideration, what is this county government of Isiolo doing? This is what has been disturbing our mind. Our people, they are not getting help. We are always crying. We are the one who is approving the budget. We don't have that money. The money we just approve and forward it to those who are supposed to implement. But funny enough, our money is misappropriated. It is being used by people who are not belonging from this county. That is why we are getting obstacles from other counties. They are spearheading, blocking all our things. We don't know the interest they have. The budget of this county, it is not helping us. It has become clear indication other people are utilizing our funds. That is why nothing at all for the last 13 years since the evolution has started, the people of Isiolo. Now, in fact, the evolution has never worked for Isiolo people, Mr. Speaker. Moving forward, Mr. Speaker, we want the implementation to be done, and we will follow up with any motion which we are moving in this house. With those few remarks, I thank those who have contributed to those motions. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Kamila. I now put the question. Motion on the strengthening of Isiolo County government firefighting equipment. That aware that fire is one of the most destructive man-made disasters of all time. Further aware that different forms of fire outbreaks occur in different magnitudes, some causing severe accidents, loss of property across the county depending on the firefighting squad response. Acknowledging that Isiolo County government has procured a firefighting vehicle with firefighting equipment, worried that the standard of the county firefighting equipment is demanding due to irregular maintenance and testing of the safety equipment components such as fire extinguishers, alarms, and hydrants. Further worried that the equipment is not subjected to periodical professional inspection due to lack of comprehensive staff training who can be tasked with the certification of the equipment to ensure that the required standards are met. This House, therefore, resolves that the county executive to strengthen the county firefighting equipment by A, training firefighting staff to acquire knowledge on hazard identification, always ascertain the required standards and carry out periodical professional inspection. B, procure at least one firefighting vehicle with modern equipment in each sub-county and more than one in Isiolo sub-county. Will last minute of similar opinion say aye?
Aye.
Those of contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order.
A motion on equipping existing health facilities with basic medical facilities by Honorable Lokar Abdi.
That motion on equipping existing health facilities with basic medical supplies. That aware that health services are a function of the county government according to the 4th schedule of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Further aware that Article 43 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 states that every person has the right to the highest attainable standard of health, which includes the rights to health care services, including reproductive health care. Appreciating that county executive has built a number of health centers in many rural areas through the county and continuously putting up new dispensaries and elevating the existing health center to various levels by adding more infrastructure to improve health services. Further appreciating that collaborative partnership between Isiolo County Executive and national government in hiring qualified health service professionals and procuring up-to-date equipment to facilitate the efficacy of health services to the county citizen. Concerned that the core function of health services is the right of every person to acquire the highest attainable standard of health, which includes and not limited to the right to health care services, including reproductive health care. Moreover, this is adversely affected by inadequate, even more lack of basic medical supplies in our health facilities. Further concerned that the lack of equipping county health facilities with basic medical supplies such as pain relievers, general first aid kits to handle minor injuries, antiseptic wipes, instant cold packs, tweezers, adhesive and elastic bandages, among other causes suffering to county residents, infringing not only their right to attaining higher standard of health, but even more the basic services required for health. Therefore, this House resolves that the County Executive Committee member for health services to keep existing health facilities with basic medical supplies.
Second. I stand to second the motion.
Honorable members, I now propose a motion on keeping existing health facilities with basic medical supplies. That aware that health services are a function of the county government according to the fourth schedule of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Further aware that Article 43 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 states that every person has the right to the highest attainable standard of health, which includes the right to health care services, including reproductive health services. Appreciating that county executive has built a number of health centers in the rural areas throughout the county and continuously putting up new dispensaries and elevating to various levels by adding more infrastructure to improve services. Further appreciating that the collaborative partnership between the Isiolo County Executive and National Government in hiring qualified health service professionals and procuring up-to-date equipment to facilitate the efficacy of the health services to the county citizens. Concerned that the core function of health services is the right of every person to acquire the highest attainable standard of health, which includes and not limited to the right to healthcare services, including reproductive health care. Moreover, this right is adversely affected by inadequate, even more lack of basic medical supplies in our health facilities. Further concerned that lack of equipping county health facilities with the basic medical supplies such as pain relievers, general first aid kits to handle minor injuries, antiseptic wipes, instant cold packs, tweezers, adhesive and elastic bandages, among others, causes suffering to the county residents, infringing not only on their right to attaining high standard of health, but even more the basic services required for health. Therefore, this House resolved that the County Executive Committee member for health services to equip existing facilities with basic medical supplies. The floor is open for that.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I was waiting for the move of the motion, or at least to explain more about the motion. Mr. Speaker, it is even right that way. Mr. Speaker, I think we have a problem as a county because our health sector is dying. Actually, it is in ICU because, Mr. Speaker, out of the total budget, almost 50%, Mr. Speaker, goes to the health sector. It is very unfortunate that people are not getting the right services from these so-called for hospital, the health centers, the dispensaries. Mr. Speaker, if you go just here, General Hospital, that's a level 4, Mr. Speaker. You'll be very embarrassed of what is happening in that. Because, Mr. Speaker, even the personnel available for that hospital, they are only there to provide prescription. Nothing much. If you go to the pharmacy, Mr. Speaker, you can only witness the empty shelves without any medication. And maybe if you are lucky enough, is when you can get a painkiller of 50 shillings, just a paracetamol. This is the only medication you can get in a hospital. Mr. Speaker, if you go to the health centers and even the dispensary, Mr. Speaker, even starting with my dispensary just here in Garimara, Mr. Speaker, if you go to that dispensary, Mr. Speaker, it is not in good condition. People are just visiting. People are like between 60 to 100 people visit in a day. But Mr. Speaker, they don't get any service from those dispensaries simply because there are no medication. Mr. Speaker, I think even the last disbursement of this medication, Mr. Speaker, I think it's over 5 months. And Mr. Speaker, 5 months down the line, our people are not getting medication. So, Mr. Speaker, it worries us the legislators at the same time people's representatives because, Mr. Speaker, where on earth you get a lion's share of the budget, yet it is not used to serve our people. Mr. Speaker, on top of that, there is also another program, even in that general hospital, where they collect money and they are allowed even to use the same money to manage the hospital. But Mr. Speaker, even with that, they are doing everything, Mr. Speaker. There is nothing which is there in that hospital. So, Mr. Speaker, even the mortuary itself, I think it's now almost 2 years when the issue of mortuary started, Mr. Speaker. It is not functional. Our people are suffering. When your person dies even today, you think of taking that person to Meru County, a private mortuary. And yet we have a mortuary here. It only requires these coolants, these fridges, Mr. Speaker. Nobody is attending. It is an issue. Even the centers have come around. They have been talking about, we have been talking this, Mr. Speaker. Nothing is happening. So, Mr. Speaker, it is like we are talking to deaf people who have no vision and mission for their own people. They are not in a position, they don't even feel mercy for their people, Mr. Speaker. And this one, sometimes also, Mr. Speaker, brings a lot of question to us on this leadership. Because, Mr. Speaker, if you are not passionate about your people who elected you, then who are you? Who are you serving? When your people are suffering, when your people are dying, when your people are just taken to Meru, other referrals, yet you have a level 4 hospital here, Mr. Speaker. The other time we heard of there was a pronouncement of the governor saying you will make it level 5, of which standard? Even level 4 is not working. Because, Mr. Speaker, uplifting an hospital from level 4 to 5, Mr. Speaker, it means there are adequate services provided. Now that you are not getting even a painkiller, how can you uplift that hospital from a level 4 to level 5 when people are only collecting prescription papers to roam around these chemists, Mr. Speaker, just to get medication? So, Mr. Speaker, our people are being robbed day and night, left and right, because the money is there to procure even these drugs, but they are not using this money to procure drugs. People are pocketing this money, Mr. Speaker. So there is need for us to be awake as the Assembly to make sure that all the necessary services in this hospital are being provided. And, Mr. Speaker, I question the Committee on Health, led by Honorable Salesio Kiambia. I need Honorable Kiambi and his team and the committee at large. You need to look on what's happening in this hospital, because our people are suffering. If you cannot get something at the general, do you think you can get it at the health center or even the dispensary if it is not here? So, Mr. Speaker, there is need for this committee also to do their work, to go and visit this hospital, to know what is happening there, and also to bring the report. This is the Speaker. So that we know the next action that we can take as the Assembly. The other thing, Mr. Speaker, the ambulances. Mr. Speaker, the other thing is about the ambulance. There is not even a single one operating. A single one, Mr. Speaker. If you get a problem here, Mr. Speaker, our people are being carried by the probox. The referrals are made by probox, Mr. Speaker, because we don't have an ambulance. Mr. Speaker, a big hospital like this one should have more than 3 to 4 ambulances, Mr. Speaker, to help people. But it's unfortunate that even this one is not happening, Mr. Speaker. The other thing is about the fuel. Now and then when we ask for ambulance, we are fueling. If my people from Garamara get the problem, Mr. Speaker, I'm the one to fuel. I need to get the money or even to take a loan from somewhere to fuel a government vehicle. Or even to hire somebody's ambulance, and at the same time, you fuel, Mr. Speaker. It is shameful, it is embarrassing for a whole county like this one. The MCS are using their own money, the small cells they are getting, Mr. Speaker, just to fuel the ambulance. And yet we have the budget to that effect, Mr. Speaker. So there is need for us, Mr. Speaker, to look on what is happening in this county government. Seriously, Mr. Speaker. There is need for us to do adequate analysis on what is happening around, Mr. Speaker. If not that, Mr. Speaker, our people will continue to suffer and to suffer. So, Mr. Speaker, with those few remarks, I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the opportunity to contribute to this motion. Equipping existing health facilities with basic medical supplies. Just a follow-up to my colleague, Honorable Lusu of Ganmara. Health sector is as good as dead. We can confidently say that. We have facilities, rural health facilities at our respective wards. When we visit our wards, like my ward, which is almost 210 kilometers away from Isiolo County, with rough road and other added challenges, the people who are practice a pastoral lifestyle, always, being challenged by the drought and other social challenges. As the government, I think the allocation of the health sector is almost $1 billion, more than any other sector. We gave consideration because of the sensitivity of the health sector. But the outcome is not convincing us. Take it from the point of view of the facilities in the health sector. The procurement of the basic drugs and equipments, even for antenatal care, which is a very, very important because of saving 2 lives. I'm saying that this issue of health we have revisited several times and debated in this house, and we have even asked for the status report, which has never reached us. I'm sorry to say, Mheshimiwa Kiambi, who's the chair of the sector, there was several occasions when we debated asking for the status of the health facilities at the rural and even at the referral hospital. I don't want to repeat about the referral hospital exhausted by my colleague, Mheshimiwa Lusu, because we visit every day this hospital to see the patient who come from our wards. And
you feel ashamed that you are the leader in this county. We feel ashamed because it is our role as the leaders to take up and do the oversight and make things work. I don't know. We failed as leaders. Two, we can't blame the executive only. It is our role as the county assembly members who are charged with that sector to do the proper oversight and make this executive to work. So what is currently happening of the budget and the challenges that is facing us now, that we are confused not to work, but we are made a busybody while there is nothing continuing in the county. These issues of clanism and this issue of this is my person and this is not, it's the one which is contributing to the failure of service delivery in the Isiolo County. If you are a constituent or a voter or the people who live in this county, the most important thing is the service that you get from this county after voting someone. You don't have to protect when the leaders are not delivering the service. We were blamed as the county assembly that we slept on our job, and as the Barsa, sorry, this is not the language of the assembly, meaning that we just pass things that come to us. It is the circumstance. We are saying from now, it is our responsibility to wake up and work for these people who have elected us so that they are able to get the service which they are entitled. I want to touch on the referral service, Speaker Sir. The referral service in our area, which is 200 kilometers away, mostly those referrals who are involved are the expectant mothers who have difficult deliveries. I myself, as my colleague said, severally when I'm in the ward, I pay for the fuel. Not even little money. It is 20,000. You have to produce 20,000 or there is no referral service for you in that emergency situation. That is it. And it is as if now that is the normal routine. It's not to the residents that when you don't have that cash or bring such fuel of 100 liters or above, you automatically know that you are not going to get the ambulance. On the other hand, the breakdowns, the vehicle is usually not in good condition. The drivers are demotivated because they are not paid the allowances when they go to take the drivers and the nurses who accompany. They are not motivated because they don't receive the allowances. There are multiple challenges in the health sector that we need to address. With this and the many others which, if time allows, we can debate as much as many. We are saying that the health sector in Isiolo County is as good as dead. We want the executive to utilize the 1 billion that is allocated for this sector so that we see that health sector has started functioning, our people starting to get the standard service that they deserve. Thank you.
Chair, sorry.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipea nafasi kuchangia hii hoja mzuri sana ambaye nianza mambo ya mahospitali, madawa. Mheshimiwa Spika, komite ya health wako na bidii sana ya kufanya kazi, lakini wakisema wacha watembee wodi fulani kuangalia ma dispensaries vifaa hospital, wanakosa gharama ya kutembea. Ili hali kuna kuanga na gharama ya kuna kuanga na budget ya committees kufanya kazi yao. Kwa hivyo ningeomba Mheshimiwa Speaker, committees sote committees iweke ile budget sawa iwe available ili waweze kufanya kazi yao, kwa sababu hata kama tulikuwa na kilaka ambaye anatumia pesa vibaya na hataki tufanye kazi, hataki tufanyie raia kazi, kwa sasa hii tuko kwa mjadala ya kumtoa, na tunaelekea sasa kupata kilaka mpya ambaye atakuwa na huruma na pia atakuwa akitumia budget vizuri. Kwa hivyo kwa vile mimi najua 2013 nakumbuka Governor Royal alinunua ambulance 8 na ilikuwa inafanya kazi, na hiyo hata ambulance hiyo hatujui ilienda wapi, lakini tutachunguza tujue iko wapi, kwa sababu hata kama ngari imeseeka lazima ijulikane iko wapi na imewekwa wapi. Kama imeharibika ijulikane na members. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Speaker, kukuja wakati ya kudi 2017 hiyo maambulance ilikuwa inafanya kazi. Wakati huu mwaka jana tuliweka pesa ya kununua ambulance 2 na hii ambulance ijanuliwa. Na unajua Mheshimiwa Speaker, hapa hata tukiweka bajeti ya ifanye kazi fulani, kuna yule anaamurisha hiyo pesa itoke ifanye kazi. Sasa kama hii pesa hawana amurisho itoke ifanye kazi, hii kazi itafanyika namna gani? Si kazi itakufa. Kama juzi hapa tulikuwa na kila wadi milioni 15 na tukapima barabara, raia wanaona tukipima barabara inakuja kutengenezwa, lakini hiyo barabara yule mwenye kuamurisha pesa itoke ifanye hiyo kazi hakufanya. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Speaker, sinda iko, na kama hii sinda itatutuliwa bado mwananchi ataendelea kuhangaika. Na Mheshimiwa Speaker, ningeomba kwa mambo hiyo hospitali, kwa sababu bado budget iko tu, ni request nitembee katika Isiolo County yote ni kuangalia ma dispensaries kama ndao inawekwa, kama iko na ndao ama haiko na ndawa. Kwa sababu mimi najua, kwa sababu hapa kama hapa Wabena natembeanga na mguu hapa, sababu ni karibu kibinafsi. Ukienda Mwangaza inasemekana iko dispensary huko. Dispensary hiyo haina ndawa, hata viti ya mgonjwa kuketi hakuna. Sasa hiyo ni dispensary namna gani? Pia hata hapa mwingine hapa kiwanja ndege, hiyo dispensary haina mandawa. Kwa hivyo mwananchi yako na sina na anahangaika. Mheshimiwa Speaker, executive waamuke wafanye kazi, wafanyie mwananchi kazi. Ako uchaguliwa akae kwa ofisi, kukaa kwa kiti peke yake na anakula mshahara, afanye kazi ile inatakikana ili mwananchi apate huduma. Inaonekana kama hii Isiolo wananchi wa Isiolo hawajapata devolution, kwa sababu pesa hiyo budget hiyo inatumika vibaya, na kwa hivyo wale wanasimamia hiyo budget tunataka watumie vizuri, na inafaa hawa civil officers tuwaite wakuwe watonjibu. Kama huyu health inafaa tumuite kama komite ya health anjibike kujibu maswali, kwa sababu hospitali haina dawa, na expenditure report inafaa tuwe tunaitisha inakuja, tujue ni mara ngapi mandao imenunuliwa katika KEMSA, kwa sababu kuna wakati mwingine nilisema wakati wananunua mandao kama inaingia hapa River Hospital, sababu ikifika hapa inakuwa independent transferred kwa dispensaries, tuwe tunaitwa kama committee ya health tuangalie, ndio hii ni kiasi fulani imeingia na imeingia tarehe fulani, ili mandao isikuwe na wagonjwa wakaenda hospitali wanaambiwa hakuna mandawa, ni painkiller iko. Hii mandawa ingine imeenda wapi? Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Speaker, yangu ni hayo wasa kwa leo, na members wanakuanga active kufanya kazi. Wale wanaanguza members ni executive. Watu wasiseme ati members wafanyi kazi, wanafanya kazi, committee wanafanya kazi. Executive ndio wanatuanguza. Hata hii agenda yenyewe hii tunaongea saa hii. Hii ninaona hawata implement hii agenda na inafaa ifuatiliwe. Na hii ni makosa sana. Kuanguza raia wa Isiolo. Ama Isiolo wacharekea devolution yao bwana. Isikuwe inacharekewa kwa ofisi peke yake. Asante Mheshimiwa Speaker, naunga hii agenda mkono.
As a county, we have many problems, but the one which concerns health is more paramount to anything. Our ambulances no longer functions. We lose mothers on their way to delivery. We cannot do a CS at the sub-county level. We have no enough facilities. When you miss a bandage from hospital, that is dangerous. In the 47 counties of Kenya, it's only Isiolo where you lack even painkillers from the health facilities. So our money is being chewed left, right, and center from Nairobi, not even in Isiolo. If it were to be chewed in Isiolo, it should have at least circulated in one way or another. We have one of the most corrupt county government that ever existed in the whole world, I think, where everything they are using the stolen money to make sure that even justice cannot be served to the people of Isiolo. So members, in terms of, we'll do all these things, but as long as we not bring a CC here and impeaching, nothing will happen. So for this matter, I thank all of you for your support. And I urge members to stay strong so that our people at least get justice for the remaining 2 years. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Walker. I now put the question. Motion on equipping existing health facilities with basic medical supplies. That aware that health services are a function of the county government according to the fourth schedule of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Further aware that Article 43 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010 states that every person has the right to the highest attainable standards of health, which includes the right to health care services, including reproductive health care. Appreciating that the county executive has built a number of health centers in many rural areas throughout the county and continuously putting up new dispensaries to various levels by adding more infrastructure to improve health services. Further appreciating that the collaborative partnership between Isiolo County Executive and national government in hiring qualified health service professionals and procuring up-to-date equipment to facilitate the efficacy of health services. Concerned that the core function of health services is the right of every person to acquire the highest attainable standard of health, which includes and not limited to the right to health care services, including reproductive health care. Moreover, this right is adversely affected by inadequate, even more, lack of basic medical supplies in our health facilities. Further concerned that lack of equipping county health facilities with basic medical supplies such as painkillers, general first aid kits to handle minor surgeries, antiseptic wipes, instant cold packs, tweezers, adhesive and elastic bandages, among other causes suffering to county residents, infringing not only their right to attain high standard of health, but even more the basic services required for health. Therefore, This House resolves that the County Executive Committee member for Health Services to equip existing health facilities with basic medical facilities. Will last minute of senior opinion say aye? Aye. Those of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
That's all for now.
The House will now adjourn till the afternoon at 2:30 p.m.
Bye.
Yes.